one thing I know about, if things are meant to be or not, and pertaining to lust, those when you feel enticing feelings of lust rise in you, and you're meeting somebody that way, it's not from God. Because obviously, when you meet somebody, your future wife, your future husband, you're going to be attracted to them. But it will not be confusing. You'll get clear confirmation on what their true intentions are. Now, sometimes Satan will send his counterfeits to destroy you, but eventually you'll find out. So, I was driving yesterday, and I was passing like a Thai bistro, and the thought came to mind on relationships, lust, and if things are sent from God or not. And I was thinking, like when you sow things to the flesh, like when you're in your youthful, as it says in the KJV, youthful ignorance in the book of Peter, lustful ignorance. It's like when you're young, when you sow things to the flesh, like for the flesh, it reaps corruption. Doesn't matter if you're young or old, it's still sowing things to the flesh. But when you sow things to the spirit and pertain to meeting people, when you meet someone spiritually that God has ordained for you, you will know, you get clear confirmation, and you won't even have to make an effort to see whether this person is for you or not. God will make it very clear to you. And when you're sowing things to like the flesh, like enticing emotions of flesh, you'll just know what it is. I don't know what it is, when I was passing like this Thai bistro yesterday, my flesh, the food smelled good passing like this Korean barbecue. It smelled really good, and I got like all these enticing emotions. Of course, it's not lust, but it was like interesting how that like something that like smells good and like a Thai Korean dish, like food, like pertaining to when you sow things to the flesh, it could be similar in a way where if you get enticing lustful emotions when you see somebody when you first meet somebody that is not of God, and that person, you're lusting after that person, and it is not from God. Because if something is, usually lust is interesting because it's usually like exciting, it's like a pleasurable thing, but when you experience it, there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty whether this is, you'll have zero peace when you're sowing things to the flesh, and it is not something that you should continue to do, because ultimately it's a sin. But this message in this video, I just like to talk about and touch on that, like when you do indulge to the flesh, like there's never any peace. God does not ordain he doesn't want that from you. All the times that you lust, you feel so empty and drained spiritually inside. You don't feel like happy. But when you sow things to the spirit, like, obviously eternal life through Jesus Christ, but like in courting and relationships and things of that sort, and like it's normal to be attracted to your future husband, future spouse. That's not weird, that's normal. I'm saying that a lot of people get in these situations where they think it's like a magical experience, when it's really, the lust of the flesh, like an enticing emotion. You go to like a salsa Mexican dance party, you sip some margaritas, you dance a little bit, and you're sowing things like, it's a transaction exchange, because it's more of enticing, fun, emotion, still lust. But I just know firsthand experience that like that darkness that comes from all the, pop my neck here, like it comes from all the enticing emotions, like driving past that bistro yesterday. Of course, I was craving Thai food after that, but it's almost like people could get a sense of a smell of the food and think, oh, that's awesome, I want all of that. Or people could get a sense of lust and they could be like, oh, that's awesome, I want all of that. And it's like magical, and then it's like an enticing emotion. But I'm here to tell you that that is not of God, and that is not, of course, you'll get excited when you meet your future spouse. It'll be wonderful, joyous, and beautiful moments, 100%. But we know when you're sowing to the flesh, like it's that dark presence you get like this by when you're doing things you're not supposed to. Even the days when you were fornicating, didn't you all experience like a big cloud of darkness around you? Like just, you felt so just confused, just anxious. Of course, it was fun at the time, but like your brain, like it was just like, man, I could have been doing something else. I could have been doing something that was like, more meaningful, of things of that sort. But sow things to the Spirit. It pleases God, and it's out of love. We must do it because we love Him. And it got me thinking in like this prophetic mindset yesterday, driving past that Thai bistro, of like, sure, something could like appear good, smell good, but know who else does that? Satan. He disguises himself as an angel of light. And same how like a Asian bistro bowl could taste really good, delicious beef broccoli. It's one of my favorites. But the same analogy could appear of somebody. Someone could appear your type, right? And someone could come, get you all enticed. But really, you're acting out of lust. You're not acting out of rationality. When God has ordained something with two people, there won't be any confusion. There'll be confirmation. It will be clear and simple on what these persons' intentions are. And I get a lot of like different kinds of, I want to share all this, but like this analogies and like synchronicities day to day on things relating to spiritual things, from the Bible. I just experienced too much confusion in my life to like definitely not want to do that again. And I'm here to tell you guys to don't be deceived. Satan will disguise himself as an angel of light, and he will portray like he'll send counterfeits your way to deceive you and to try to, if you're a man, take your seat. If you're a woman, impregnate you with somebody, with a kid, a baby that's that God didn't even want in the first place. But you thought it was from God because it was like, well, they're in my life, it must be a gift from God. No, take heed to the signs. You gotta look at yourself, evaluate yourself, whether you're truly like denying your flesh or sowing things to your flesh. And it's the icing on a cake. It tastes good. It's all sugary, right? It's like all, I love icing on cake. I have a sweet tooth. But, the analogy I'm explaining here is you have icing on a cake, you eat it, icing, but there's no nutritional value to it. It'll make you eventually obese, have diabetes. Then the cake is underneath that. And the cake is, being a little funny with these analogies here, but the cake is someone that God has ordained for you. That's like the baseline, that's the foundation, but you're getting the icing and thinking that's like, icing represents breadcrumbs, represents all the things that are, people don't appreciate you and you deserve more. So be cautious, take heed to the signs. Don't be deceived by the lust of the flesh. Pick up your cross, deny yourself, feed things to your spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, peace and a sound mind. And yeah, guys, I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful evening. Peace and God bless you.